Well, I wasn't going to go back to market, but I've decided I is.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. And if this is your first time here, I am Big Scruff. And what I'm trying to do is put trading in the real world. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing right now, because I'm about to put an order into market, which is triggered. Happy days. Now it's on oil. Let me just set this up and then I'll quickly welcome you and talk you through what I'm about to do. Some decent movement on this. Okay. Now this could be a belting trade. Could be really, really good. Okay. So that's set in. I'm going to stage it backwards, but let me welcome you and tell you a little bit about me. Okay. Warm welcome to one and all. It's Monday morning. Got my coffee. I haven't even had my shower yet. I'm about to go get a shower, etc. Freshen up for the day. Now, I've already been to market and I'm on about my fourth coffee because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. And if you like sort of Forex merchandise, do check the merch shelf out on the videos. It's Joanne's little business. She sells all of that, cheap as chips. And it helps support what we do here and local charities. So that's a good thing. Now, when I say I'm putting trading in the real world, I genuinely mean it because I trade for a living. And if anybody's followed the channel for a long time, you'll see that I am here every day, all day, doing this as a job. And I chit and chat. I run a Discord group as well called the Scruffy Squad. You'll find details of that down in the description and comments. And if you do find value, do sort of drop comments because I answer every single one as I do anybody who contacts me, whether it's with my WhatsApp or email, whatever. All those details are there. Don't be worried. I don't sell courses. I just trade for a living and love my job. So let's just have a look at this and I'll show you the job. Yes, it's chaotic because it's Monday morning and I'm normally trying to catch up off the weekend with everybody who's contacted me, etc. Because I do feel obliged to respond. And as I've just mentioned about the Scruffy Squad, it is the Discord group that I moderate and run, which is here. Yes, Dusty, we had a great Easter weekend. It was fantastic. See what else they're putting in. Yep, got these 10 pips. The guys are doing really well at the moment. Okay. Now, what this all is, it's like a notice board where you can sort of post what it is you're up to, but we also have early morning calls. We do this way. Mondays at 9 o'clock at night, Tuesdays 8 o'clock in the morning, Wednesdays 9 o'clock at night, Thursday and Friday 8 in the morning. And the idea is it's face to face. So we talk the markets, do whatever, and it's something that is really, really good. Give them ideas of the week. I'll mark up, tell them what I think, etc., etc. It's a good community, but you've also got Wear the Scruff. Now, this is not for sale. It's only for these guys, and it's everything that I do. Okay, it's all the strategies that I use, but how to build up a strategy as well, and what you read. And that's the beauty of trading, and that's what we're looking at here. Now, this morning, there was another video done where I've already done 264. And I mentioned that I might go back to market if I saw the conditions. Well, I've seen them and they're here. So let me explain to this one. It is to the short side. I'm being very conservative with oil because oil can be an absolute killer at times. It really can. But what I'm interested in is this gap. It's had no attempt to fill it at all. Now, if I pull that down to there as a set and forget, that is a mammoth trade. It is massive for £5. 5. And I've been watching it to see what was going on. Now, what we can see is there's a huge drive here on the daily. And it's found this level here. And it's rejecting it. It pushed down. It came back. It couldn't do it. It tried again. Couldn't do it. And now the rejection's coming in. So the question is, how far is that rejection going to come down? Because for this to get down here, it could take it all week, right? I don't really want to wait all week. However, it could maybe get to here. It's not impossible for oil to do 250 pips in a day. You know, if I pull up an ATR just to show you average true range, it's doing, well, that's 196 to the high point of 280. So to get into there is not impossible. It's not impossible at all. So what I'll do is I'll look at the barriers. And the barrier is there. So that's the first part. And then if it's going to chop and change, well, I'll capitalize on it because I can make as much money going backwards and forwards as I can just holding it all the way to here. So let's have a look, see what the 4 hour has to say. Well, the 4 hour is highlighting this perfectly. There's the drive, thump up, consolidation, drive, failure. It'll come back to the top of the consolidation. And that level marries in with this lot. Okay, so that's cool. And what is that? Well, it's a sweep of under here. And see if it'll bounce off that. Now, if it pushes further down, well, I'll just reevaluate it. And if I think it's good, I can put a position here to sort of build into it. But I can also build backwards up into these positions for this bouncing. Simple way of doing trading. Take it to the hour. And sure enough, here we have. Now, this is what I'm interested in. This section here. And this is the bit that I'm going to work with. So I'll get my fib. There's the start of the move. Didn't look back. Got up as high as there. Giving me a zone to work in. Ideally, I wanted it to get up here. But the conditions weren't quite right for what I was looking at. And, well, funny enough, I should have took the trade, but hey ho. But there's your 8 o'clock. I like to wait till after 8 is finished, which is why I was capitalizing on this, okay? Because I don't like trading, certainly on a Sunday night, which is what all this chip and chop is, okay? So what have we got? So let's have a little look. Let's just drop a few lines in so we can start seeing some potential bounce points. One there. One there, which is the 50, which we target. And then you come down to the golden number, which is the 61.8. And we target in the closest level to it, which is here. All right. So it's a very simple premise trade. It is basically that, following the retracements and then watch the target points. That's it. Nothing spectacular, nothing to get too uptight about. And then from here all the way up to there, you can stage. In other words, you put some extra orders in to capitalize. Now, I've sized this right down. And the very reason for that is it's a vicious market. If you get it wrong, you really get it wrong. But I've got money in the bank, so I can use that to offset this. Half expect it to push up a little bit to move down. Good stuff. So just drop it to 5 minutes, see what's going on, and we'll see. So we'll stage this up. Okay, that's it. That's the trade. So what I'll do is I'll run the trade out and I'll come back to you at the end. Okay guys, that's that part of the trade complete. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out the sections that I was going to scale up to. Let's get rid of them. Just make certain there's none left. No orders left. And there we go. In the chaos of, I don't know, 20 minutes. Another 80 quid. Or 76 quid, whatever it was. Actually, what was it? 78 quid. So, what I was saying about working the waves, you just get in, you get out, and you work what's in front of you. Now, at the moment, if I just drop this back to the anchor chart, which is the hourly, I'm working this. But look at the candles. They come down into an area of attraction, they reject. And funny enough, they've actually gone up to the fib reaction here, because this was all based on this side. Reject, reject, reject. When it pushes through, it finds a level and then comes back down again. Now these will do this all the time. And because it moves so quick, now this has a high probability to come back to here. So this time segment has paid me down to this key level. So all I need to do is let it relax, let it reset, find out where a new entry point is up here, reposition the orders if they're already in, get it done, and then work back to there. Get in, get out, get paid. Simple stuff. All right. What I don't want to do is enter the market and sit in heat all the time if I don't have to. However, what I will do, and I'll just flick this across so you can see, is if I'm in heat, because I already know how much I'm prepared to pay for this trade. Now, I don't subscribe to risk reward the way most people do, and I'll tell you for why. I come from a business background. You know, I ran a business. I was managing director for a very long time of a large company. Now, part of that business was we used to buy currency in order to buy goods in far off lands. So our risk, we didn't really look at risk reward. What we were looking at all the time was ROI, you know, return on investment. So we would buy X amount of dollars at a good price. Now, if the price moved against us, we would buy more because we're getting a better price. So what we try to do is make our money work for us. Now, I do a similar thing in a roundabout way, day trading. I know how much I'm going to put into this, and then I use that money effectively. I don't say I'm going to risk this to gain that. I think that's stupid. It messes with your psychology. But also it forces trades that are not there, because what will happen is you'll go, right, I've got 1 unit on the table and I'm risking that and I want to get 3. Well, the market has more chance of hitting your risk, what you've put on the table, than it has of hitting your profit. So you're already on the back foot. To me, that's just dumb. Start at 1 to 1. I want the market to move that far and I want the market to move that far the other way. But when it's moving against me, I want to use that to get more bang for my buck. So I'm not risking anything, I'm investing. And then what I'm doing is I'm using the waves of the market to make that money work for me. Different concept. But that's the difference between somebody who's a wannabe and somebody who's run businesses for over 25 years and actually knows what they're doing. So take into that what you will. I'm 53-year-old. I live a good life, and most of that life is being paid for by these charts. But when you see the fly-by-nights that have been around, and they're normally just young kids, saying, I've got this wonderful system. Look at my friend on his jet ski. It drives me nuts. Because one, they haven't been around the markets long enough to see what a market cycle is. And trust me, I've yet to see a mechanical system work in a day trading situation. You've got to be able to read the conditions of the market in order to capitalize on the market. And you might see some people posting some wonderful figures. But you see how they do it. I'll guarantee they're using a trading view chart and it's rolled back. Not many will do it in the moment like what I do. And I tell the guys what I'm doing before I do it. So I really do put my head on the block. And I'm accountable for it every day. That's me just being fair. Or maybe not. Who knows? I'm a man. My wife tells me I'm wrong all the time. In fact, she tells me off all the time. And why? Because she wants that bloody house done. And God almighty. I told her it would take 18 months to renovate. She gave me a time scale of a month and a half. What a girl. I don't think I'll make it to 54. Anyway, that's it done. Very quick. All these videos are in the moment. I don't believe in rollback charts or anything like that. I'm certainly not a filmmaker, and that's another red flag. If you see glossy videos, perfect lighting, and it's all mood and everything, are they traders or filmmakers? I'm certainly not Steven Spielberg, you know. So what you see is what you get, and I guess you either like it or you don't. And if you do like it, do hit the thumbs up. Genuinely helps and motivates me to do more, and subscribing lets me see that what I'm doing is right. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.